All right, so it's been a very busy spring and summer. There's been a bunch of awesome trips that I've been on, and well, there's been a few items in my kit list where if I was to leave them at home, I would be pretty disappointed. And in this video, I'm gonna share those items with you. Let's do it. So while some of us bring maybe nothing, or perhaps just sit on some clothing at camp, and others prefer carrying a lightweight chair, I find a simple foam seat strikes a nice balance by adding enough comfort for not much extra weight or bulk. After I popped a hole in an inflatable seat pad a few years back, I wrote off the idea of having a seat for camp. But after Logan published a guide to lightweight camp chairs, I was like, all right, maybe I should try this again. But camp chairs are often bulky, even those lightweight versions. So I recently purchased this 2-ounce Big Agnes Twister cane, and it's a pretty darn perfect seat. I like this particular pad because it rolls instead of folds, and it offers a 1/2 inch of padding, and it's super lightweight, all for $25 USD. Plus, the manufacturing process is eco-friendly. Yes, sure, you could buy a piece of foam from Uline, but yeah, you get the point. More times than not, I leave home without a ground cloth because, well, the ones that the manufacturers provide are really expensive. But I recently started testing a new tent, and I thought it was an excellent time to try Tyvek again. And it has not disappointed. So first and foremost, Tyvek is a natural barrier, keeping water from penetrating the floor of your tent, either from wetting rain or perhaps sleeping in an area with moisture in the ground. But the nice thing about Tyvek is that it also helps extend your vestibule into a more usable space. It also works well if you just want to lay it down on the ground to stretch after a day of cycling. Plus, if you have a problem with, say, a dry bag or simply need to keep something dry, just wrap it in Tyvek. We'll keep moisture out. Tyvek dries fast, packs down small, and weighs and costs next to nothing. All right, so I just want to take a quick break to let you all know that this video is supported in part by Surly Bikes. Surly, they make serious steel bikes for people that don't take themselves too seriously. They make bikes that are versatile and durable, that can be dressed up or down for commuting, bike packing, ATVing, gravel grinding, or really whatever you call fun on 2 wheels. With 15 original dirt-friendly platforms, they offer something that fits just about anyone for any style of riding. So for more on Surly, make sure to hit this card right here. You can also find a link in the description below. All right, so if you know me, you know that I'm dedicated to disposing of human waste properly, be it in a bag when it's required or digging a hole. If you're doing the latter, I found that the new PACT Light Kit is really perfect for bike packers. So this new version is much more minimal than the previous kit. It packs down really well, but better yet, it actually stores 12 packed wipes and plenty of mycelium tabs built into this small trowel. Plus, the trowel does a fantastic job of digging cat holes. It's undoubtedly the best trowel that I've ever used. And if you're wondering, the mycelium tabs actually help break down poop and those wipes faster while also killing bacteria. So if you're interested in learning more about this whole system, I did an interview with one of the founders of PACT last year, and that is linked below. All right, so I'm getting excited because this is likely my favorite piece of gear that I've added to my kit over the last year, and I'm wearing it right now. This is a sun shirt. So riding at elevation and in super sunny conditions here in Colorado, a breathable 50 UPF plus hooded shirt protects me from those elements. Sun shirts are also a great way to layer when things also get chilly. All right, so I've been testing 2 shirts this year, the 70 USD Cotopaxi Sombra and a Baleaf hooded sun shirt that cost me 24 USD. So I wanted to see what the difference was between a budget and not so budget offering. Obviously, this is a pretty small sample size and both actually performed pretty well, but the Sombra definitely had a better overall fit and it's lighter and more breathable, which has me definitely picking the Sombra over the Baleaf offering. But if you are on a budget, the Baleaf shirt certainly gets the job done. Either way, the sun shirt is definitely the way to go in my opinion. I hate that feeling of sunscreen all over my body, so this definitely helps negate that while also being a multi-purpose layer. I brushed off down pants for the longest time because, well, long underwear would always suffice. However, down pants offer a few essential improvements to my kit. First, they're much warmer than a long john and offer more cozy comfort when you get to camp. They also allow me to bring a lighter weight sleeping bag. So if temps are, say, super cold, I'll keep the pants on and stay warm throughout the night, helping create a more, I guess, modular sleep system. And I mean, just look at them. They're just begging to be talked about. And when I get them on, they kind of make me want to boogie. So while they're not cheap, since they will only be used for bikepacking trips and the occasional dance party, they should last a long time. I'm currently using the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer, which are $275 USD, and Logan and Virginia put together a great list of down pants to consider, which can also be found below. So in my quest to find the most comfortable seat system, I started introducing wool boxers to the mix. I usually start my trips with a chamois, either a short or a bib, and then I move on to the wool boxers after a while to just change my seat bone pressure points. The wool brief also doubles as a nice layer to change into after a long day in the saddle and works exceptionally well underneath my down pants, or of course if it's warmer, underneath my riding shorts that I use during the day. So I look for a brief with minimal seams around the crotch and seat bone region, which just helps reduce any unwanted chafing. These are some Borealis briefs, which I believe are no longer being made, which is a bummer because they fit me really well. So if you have any suggestions on similar wool briefs, definitely leave it in the comment section below. All right, so I've been using a DOP kit of sorts for my bike packing trip for the longest time. Keeping all of my toiletries and cooking doodads in a nice tight container is essential. I used to put these items in a stuff sack that collected everything in the past, but it was really tough to see what was actually in it. So when I got my hands on these Mountain Laurel design packing cubes and started using them for storage, I quickly came to enjoy the shape and overall usability. It really made finding things a cinch, and it packs really well into my frame bag. So this medium holds almost all of my stuff I need, like coffee, oatmeal, salsa, Parmesan cheese, lighter, Aquamira tabs, wet ones, toothbrush, toothpaste, and so on. And this small one I use for batteries, cords, and other electronics. Overall, I'm a big fan of these sortable cubes, giving me some organization in my bike packing kit. So earlier this year, I spoke about the inReach Messenger being my go-to satellite device. I need a satellite device that is reliable and that is quick to use because I've got a family, and if something happens, I really do need to be in touch with them as quick as I can. But one of the neat features of the Messenger is its communication with Garmin Edge devices and the ability to update loved ones while cycling. You can literally press a few buttons on the head unit to send a message. So I use the two combined systems for bike packing trips. I also use them when I go on longer day rides, say in more remote areas. But I've also been using this Garmin Edge 1040 Solar for a bunch of trips this season. And while this device has a lot of features I don't use, the one that is super incredible is the solar charging feature, where it, yes, charges itself from the sun. Pretty neat. So I've used this in, I'd say, the lower February light in Arizona, and it didn't need a charge over a 5-day trip. I also used it on a recent 5-day trip, and it ended with 15% battery life left. So this is definitely a game changer when it comes to head units. And this is definitely why I was using the Garmin eTrex 32 for the longest time, because you could swap batteries out. But this solves a lot of issues, so stay tuned for a full review later this summer. All right, so those are 8 things that I absolutely love using on my bike packing trips. And if you're rocking something similar or have a standout piece of gear that you absolutely love, please leave it in the comment section below. So if you like what you saw in this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And consider joining the Bikepacking Collective. Support from our members sustain this channel and really everything we do at BIKEPACKING.com. The collective has a lot of awesome perks, including the twice annual Bikepacking Journal. So for more details, click on the card in the top right corner or also find a link below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, pedal further.